I did that speech twice. I think that was one that I really pushed myself to do again because I wasn't happy with myself the first year. So I really didn't want to do it again, but part of me did because I feel like that's just part of growing and getting better is practicing. And I was like, I'm going to redeem myself. I'm going to try again. And it went much better the second time. So I think that's a huge part of public speaking is just getting practice and comfortable. And that was a huge crowd too. I mean, it was the whole, elementary school, parents, teachers, community members. So a lot bigger setting than some others.
It was definitely the biggest group I'd ever spoken to. It was nerve-wracking. My face was red. I was nervous. My strategy was I tried to draw on my personal experiences so that I felt like I could talk from the heart and not have to rely on like a script that I had written. And that way they could know that we were genuinely thankful. I felt like I could get that across more if I was talking about something personal. And then I told all the little toasts that they inspired me because we asked them to do it every single week. So I could be brave and try once.
Well, beyond work, has there any other like public speaking experiences that you guys have done? Because I know for me in high school, I actually had a speech class that I had to do, and we covered different types of things from doing a persuasive speech to a motivation speech to a topic of our choosing, or we had to memorize something and give it to our class.
Definitely had a lot of presentations in college. Pretty much every class I had to do one presentation. In the beginning, I just muddled through as best as I could, and eventually got more and more comfortable. I'm still nervous, but at least I can, I know the tips of giving a speech now, right?
Yeah,
I've practiced some of them enough to make eye contact, to rehearse a little bit. When I was in high school, my first year of high school, I was so nervous to give presentations in my class that it like took every little bit of courage to get up there and try to talk to my class. And I'm sure it didn't go very well. So I think it was my third year of high school as a senior. I took a debate speech class just to push myself. And my teacher was very encouraging, and I got a lot of practice there, and finally I started to feel more comfortable.
Awesome. Do you prefer having a script or no script? It could be written out completely or bullet points or anything like that. Like, what do you prefer?
I prefer notes. I usually have a piece of paper or PowerPoint with a couple of things that I want to hit on, and then I just kind of rehearse in my head a general, like more of a like conversational type flow, and I just keep going over that in my head until I think it is pretty much how I want it to be, and then I just go for it once I get up there.
What about you, Amber?
Yeah, I'd say I definitely need something like notes or bullet points. I like to just have it there for comfort. So, but try really hard not to look at it and or just glance at it, but it just kind of gives me comfort having it there. Thinking about the Harbor Heights speech and how I really wanted it to be from the heart too. but I had notes because I was so afraid that once I got up there, I'd forget what I wanted to say. Yeah. So having that there is just like, okay, like I'm fine. Even if I forget or if I freeze or something happens, I can just look down and try to recollect my thoughts and, just keep going. But I think I'd like to get to a point where it'd be nice to just get up and give a speech without having to have notes or anything there. Probably would be more like of an informal speech, but it would be nice to get to that point.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, I don't know if I could ever fully get rid of nervousness, but that's the thing I would like to get rid of. And I think the only way to do that is to keep doing speeches, which I don't want to do because I'm nervous.
You got that right.
But my last presentation I had to do in school, I felt like I had a good back and forth with the audience before I started because I tried to get myself more comfortable by kind of talking to them a little bit like, hey, this is my name. I'm nervous, so be kind, and there's like some chuckles and like, so just talking to the audience helped me with that. So I think I would use that more often. But yeah, I really want to get to a place where my cheeks don't get red.
Yeah, same here. There's something about getting the audience to laugh. Like for whatever reason, if I get the audience to laugh, I like calm down just a little bit. There's just something about it.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say the same exact thing. So confidence and not getting nervous, because no matter how much I'm like, this is fine. I'm going to be fine. If it's a class presentation, this is easy. I'm in front of these people all the time. Like, why am I, but your body just has that automatic response to things that make you nervous. And it just bothers me. No matter how much I try to not, it still happens. And I don't know if it'll go away either. And I don't like it when, you can like hear it in my voice or see it on my face that I'm nervous. And it's like, why? Like, I shouldn't even be nervous right now. And I'm fine. Like, I'm completely fine. But then you also brought up a good point of using humor, because that's one thing that I want to try to do. And what I plan to do for my first Toastmaster speech is to use humor to try to connect with the audience, make them laugh, make me a little bit more comfortable. And just have a good time, have fun with it, not try to make it so serious all the time, okay, mess up, have fun. So I think that's really important. You mentioned like just trying to talk myself down, especially when I'm having those negative thoughts like, oh my gosh, I'm dreading this. Like, this is going to be awful. I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. And then I try to catch myself when I'm doing that and be like, you know what? No, it's fine. I'm okay. You'll get through this. Yeah. Just be yourself. So reassuring thoughts, I think, for me. And then just being prepared, reading out loud to myself, getting a good night's sleep, all those kind of things, waking up early, making sure I'm not like stressed out or rushed or anything, and just so more of like preparing for me, I think, to help with the stage fright. Makes me feel a little more comfortable, and because it's gonna happen, like the time's gonna come, there's no avoiding it. So I just try to set myself up to feel comfortable, I guess.
What about you, Katie?
I also like to prepare. So if I write down notes and review them not right before, because I don't think my brain is absorbing any information at that moment, but the night before, maybe a couple hours before, I like to review what I've written down, rehearse it in my head one last time. And then I try to focus on other things and do something that's more fun or something else that I can get totally lost in, like a different assignment for school. Listen to music on my way to class. And then honestly, one of the things that helps me is I just like tell everyone around me how nervous I am. because they're like, oh, you're going to be great. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be great. And it helps me psych myself up. So rather than telling myself that, I use other people to tell me that.
That's awesome. One of the things I've learned throughout the years, like I do try to prep the night before, but then as soon as like the day of happens, like your mind just automatically focuses on that specific thing that you have to do. I mean, is do math in my brain. So it doesn't have to be complicated, just very simple math, and it always helps me, especially anytime I get anxiety, whether it's performance anxiety or otherwise. It takes that logical left side of your brain, or no, the right side of the emotions and stuff, and brings it to the left side, which is your logical side, and it helps you calm down.
What kind of math are you talking? Like division, multiplication?
Just very simple addition.
I usually take a deep breath right before it's my turn to get up.
Deep breathing.
All the way in, all the way out, and then I stand up and walk forward, because that's the time that is, that's what you got to do at that moment.
Do you have any encouragement you like to share to those watching?
I just want to say to little toasters or any other kids, you're learning these techniques really early, and that's amazing. You're going to go further faster than the three of us did. We didn't start doing this till high school and college and work. So you have a good head start, and you're very brave for doing it every single week. And be kind to yourself, and yeah, I forgot where I was going with that, but
you nailed it on the head.
Yeah, so encouragement that I want to share with viewers and little toasters is to just practice, set goals, you'll reach them. Just like Katie said, you guys are starting at a younger age, and that's a really great thing. And as you move forward, you will get more comfortable, you will learn more, you'll have great experiences. Like I mentioned earlier, just have fun with it, be yourself. Give up trying to be perfect, because perfection is, I think it's good to strive for excellence or whatever goals and things that you set. But I think for me, just obsessing about perfection is not really the best thing, because you're constantly kind of judging yourself, or kind of striving for something that might not that it won't happen, but perfection there's just really no such thing as perfect.
Yeah.
So just be yourself and have fun.
Mm-hmm.